Hi everyone, my name is Panassama Srisawad. I am a fourth-year student at Faculty of Economics at Chiang Mai University, and today I would like to talk about the future of European Union or the EU. Now, first of all is the concept of the uni- universal connection that you can well you can see that it makes sense that nowadays the world is more connected than we thought. The concept of universal connection is nothing in the world stand by itself. So in the economy, not only we are connect, we also compete with each other. For example, the trade war. And today we will compare two similar community, which are the ASEAN community and the EU or the European Union. So first, here's the picture of the flag of the European Union, and the picture below is the flag of the ASEAN community. Before we go on how similar and how different of these two communities, we should know about their history first. So the EU has 28 member states. All of the member states are located in Europe, and the European Union was formed after the World War II or World War II. The European integration was seen as an antidote to the extreme nationalism. They believed that if they become a community, the future war between the nations will become much less likely. So in 1957, the Treaty of Rome was signed by Belgium, France, Italy, Luxembourg, and Netherlands, and West Germany. In 1973, the community were included Denmark, Ireland, and UK. Greeks joined in 1981, Portugal and Spain following in 1986. Then 1990s, after the fall of the Berlin Wall, the former East Germany become part of the community and unite Germany once again. And here's the picture of European Union member state. Now, the ASEAN is a community of opportunity under three pillars, which is political security community, economic community, and socio-cultural community. ASEAN is a regional intergovernmental organization that has 10 member states, which are Thailand, Myanmar, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, and Brunei. And the creation of ASEAN was motivated by the fear of the communism. Now, what is the similarity between these two communities is the first similarity is that both are regional organizations with legal personality. The second similarity is that both were found to promote peace. Like I said before, that the EU was formed after the World War II to prevent the Third World War, and ASEAN was formed while the Cold War is happening. That in that time the political tension was very high between the liberal world and the communism world. So they signed the agreement to become the ASEAN. The third similarity is that both seek to integrate the economy of their member state into a single market and production platform. EU has the free movement of goods, service, capital, and labor. In case of ASEAN, the movement of labor is not that free. ASEAN allows only business person, uh, agriculture, no, architectures and a surgeon, for example, to move freely. The fourth similarity is that both organizations share a commitment to human rights. The fifth similarity is that both ASEAN and EU have concluded many free trade agreements or comprehensive economic partnership agreements with other countries. Means that, uh, for example, ASEAN are now trying to have the RCEP agreement, which is between ASEAN and another six countries, which are China, India, South Korea, Japan, New Zealand, and Australia, and EU have agreement with Singapore. The last one is basically mean that if they trade between among the member states, there is no tariff. But if they start to trade with other countries, there will be a tariff. So the difference between these two is that ASEAN is an intergovernment organization and EU in contrast, uh, they'll have each member state have agreed in to keep the sovereignty of their own, and they will agree on trade and which giving sovereignty they can form the European Commission and European Parliament as well as the European Court of Justice. The second difference is that the EU has a common currency called the euro, and only 19 of them are members of the Eurozone. However, ASEAN does not have their own currency and they don't plan to have one. The third difference is that the EU has a parliament and that ASEAN does not. And the European Parliament has the power to regulate, to deal with the budget and appointment. The fourth difference is that the EU has very powerful commission called the European Commission, and ASEAN don't have that kind of powerful commission of their own. The fifth difference is in the decision-making process, ASEAN will take all decisions by consensus, but the EU can decide by taking a vote. This is a system of weight voting, with different countries being given different number of votes. The sixth difference is on language policy. The EU has 73 official language. In the case of ASEAN, English is the language to communication. Now, we know what is the difference and similarity between these two, but we should see what EU has been through these past few years, so we can see that what is the future that waiting for the European Union. First of all is the Brexit, right? That British want to leave the EU. The Brexit deal, for example, is the right of EU citizen in UK and British citizen in EU. Another example is the divorce bill that UK have to pay in order to exit of the European Union. And I think, in my opinion, I think that UK want to leave because they are the taxpayer and they feel that they pay a lot and they gain less. So, like for example, they have to pay to help kids with their debt crisis that happen. So, or they have to pay for the common agriculture policy that kind of take a lot of money, but the benefit are much less. So I think they feel that they pay a lot and gain less, or the amount of money that they have to pay is not worth it, so they want to leave. And not only the problem of the Brexit is like not only the Brexit is EU have to face, the economic model has of the EU also has aged alongside its population. They have a plenty of world-class company, but now we cannot say that it can compete in the world market. And for example, we don't have the Europe Google or Facebook or Amazon. So in the emerging technology of the fourth industrial revolution, such as AI or artificial intelligence, the EU are far behind compared to the US or even China. So I think this is also a problem from the EU. However, I think that EU can go on without UK just fine. The European Union will not fall or break up. They still have a country that benefit from this. They are still have a country that benefits from this kind of community. But however, if they still struggle with the technology, with the kind of their own problem, it will be harder for them to take chances to become like a hegemon or be a major role in economy market, in the global market. Then I think ASEAN will play a major role because nowadays ASEAN start to become important and very interesting as well. They are right. They are follow EU step by step, and they are now like a rising star. If ASEAN can overcome their own challenge, then I think it will definitely catch up with EU. So EU better watch out for the ASEAN because they are running after them. So thank you for listening.